Who has the darkest personality? This question leads us into the realm of the Dark Triad, a psychological concept representing three personality traits: Narcissism, Psychopathy, and Machiavellianism. Picture this. Ask the three who has the darkest personality. The narcissist would assertively say, "Me." The psychopath would shrug, saying, "I don't care." And the Machiavellian, with a cunning smile, would say, "It's whoever I want it to be." These traits are not just intriguing conversation starters. They hold immense societal implications. Individuals scoring high on these traits are more likely to commit crimes, cause social disruptions, and create havoc in families, and organizations. But don't be mistaken. Understanding these traits isn't just about labeling people or satisfying our curiosity. It's critical for sectors like law enforcement, psychology, and business. By studying these traits, professionals in these fields can better predict, manage, and mitigate the risks associated with these dark personalities. Let's delve into the mind of a narcissist. Our journey takes us to a world of grandiosity, entitlement, and superiority. Imagine a person who craves nothing more than the admiration of others, a narcissist. They bask in the limelight, radiating a sense of self-importance that can sometimes be mistaken for confidence. But let's not be fooled. This is not confidence. It's a carefully constructed facade, a shield that guards them against the world. A narcissist is like a moth drawn to the brightness of success, but not for the sake of achievement. Their interest lies not in the accomplishments of others, but in the reflected glory they can bask in. They're social chameleons, blending in with the successful and the powerful, as this enhances their own status, making them feel superior. But what lies beneath this glossy exterior? Dig a little deeper, and you'll find a different story. Beneath the veneer of superiority, a narcissist often harbors deeply held feelings of inferiority. This is a paradox, isn't it? The very people who seem so full of themselves are, in fact, grappling with feelings of worthlessness. This is where the narcissist's need for admiration comes into play. It's like a soothing balm for their wounded self-esteem. They're constantly seeking validation from others to fill the gaping void within themselves. But once they get what they want, they lose interest in others. And when they're wrong, they can never admit it. They would rather lie or shift the blame onto others than face the harsh reality of their mistakes. This is their defense mechanism, their way of maintaining the illusion of perfection they've built around themselves. So what we see is not always what we get. The grandiosity, the sense of entitlement, the superiority, these are all part of a carefully constructed facade. The narcissist's inflated ego is a desperate attempt to mask their deep-seated feelings of inferiority and worthlessness. So, a narcissist's inflated ego is often a mask, hiding deep-seated feelings of worthlessness. Now, let's unravel the complex world of a Machiavellian. Picture a chess game, but the board is life, and the pieces are people. In this game, the Machiavellian is the grandmaster, viewing others as mere pawns to be manipulated for personal gain. Unprincipled, cold, and cynical, they see the world as a battlefield where only the most ruthless survive. At the heart of a Machiavellian's personality is a hunger for power, wealth, and victory. Their life is an endless pursuit of these goals, and they are willing to use any means necessary to achieve them. They masterfully manipulate others, spinning intricate webs of deceit and control. They are strategic in their actions, always calculating the best move to secure their position or undermine their opponents. However, if their manipulations fail, they are not above resorting to more drastic measures. They may steal, betray, or even cause harm without blinking an eye. It's a game of survival for them, and they believe it's better to be feared than liked. Offending or intimidating others is seen not as undesirable behavior, but as a strategy to maintain control. Machiavellians live by the principle that the end justifies the means. They are not concerned with moral codes or social norms. Instead, they focus on the end goal and do whatever it takes to reach it. This trait makes them extremely dangerous, as they often leave a trail of broken relationships and emotional wreckage in their wake. Their ability to detach emotionally from their actions allows them to exploit others without feeling any remorse or guilt. They view emotions as weaknesses and strive to suppress them, making them appear cold and unfeeling. Despite their manipulative nature, Machiavellians can be incredibly charismatic, using their charm to lure people into their web of control. They are often successful in their endeavors due to their relentless pursuit of their goals and their disregard for the rights and feelings of others. Remember, a Machiavellian thrives on fear, not friendship. Their world is a chessboard, and they are always planning their next move. It's a game they play with cold precision and relentless determination. Finally, we turn to the chilling reality of a psychopath. This personality type is marked by a cold and often intimidating demeanor. They are impulsive, showing little to no fear, and are drawn to mental thrills. Imagine the sensation of diving headfirst into danger without a second thought or a flutter of anxiety. That's the psychopath's playground. Unlike most of us, they don't form emotional bonds. Think of a world where love, empathy, and friendship are foreign concepts, replaced by a void of emotional disconnect. This absence of emotional ties results in a complete lack of compassion. A psychopath may commit an act that most would find horrifying, yet they sleep soundly. No remorse, no guilt, just an unsettling indifference. Imagine a world where terrible things happen, and yet the person responsible feels nothing. This is the cold, stark reality of psychopathy. A psychopath leaves no room for compassion, only cold indifference. So, where do these dark traits come from, and how do they relate to other personality aspects? This question has intrigued psychologists for years. Twin studies have provided some answers, pointing towards a substantial genetic component in narcissism and psychopathy. However, Machiavellianism seems less prevalent in twin pairs, suggesting a stronger environmental influence. Let's consider the interplay between nature and nurture. A psychopathic parent, for instance, can pass on their genes and also shape a child's behavior by being a role model. Similarly, a Machiavellian father can share not only his genetic material, but also his manipulative tricks, and a narcissistic parent can instill their perfectionist tendencies. Now, how do these dark traits align with the Big Five personality traits, also known as Ocean? Narcissists and psychopaths often show openness to new ideas and extroversion. Psychopathy and Machiavellianism correlate with low conscientiousness, while all three traits correlate with low agreeableness. Psychopaths, interestingly, rarely exhibit neuroticism. The Dark Triad, though disturbing, is a part of our complex human personality. Understanding it helps us navigate our society more effectively. Moving from the theoretical to the practical, let's see how the Dark Triad plays out in real-world scenarios. Competitive environments, like corporations, are often a breeding ground for these traits. A Machiavellian, for instance, may use a mix of charm and insults to manipulate colleagues, gaining an upper hand. Narcissists, on the other hand, may rely on their physical appearance or charisma to garner admiration and assert dominance, while a psychopath might resort to physical threats or intimidation. These individuals, devoid of compassion, often elbow their way to the top. It's no surprise then that all three Dark Triad traits are well represented in upper-level management. But it's not all rosy at the top. The very traits that propel them upwards can also lead to their downfall. Impulsiveness, aggression, and selfishness may lead to drug abuse, social exclusion, depression, or even legal problems. So, as we strive to protect ourselves from these darker minds, it's also worth considering empathy for them. After all, they might not have chosen to be this way. Have you noticed any Dark Triad traits within yourself or in others? If so, how do you cope with them? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, peace.